So this will be part 2 of my video, and I wanted to talk about major events that happened in 2020, movies, TV shows, whether it's the top 5 movies and TV shows of 2020, or what I've watched that I really enjoyed in 2020. I don't know about you, but I don't think there was, no, you know what, there was not one movie we went to a theater to see in 2020 with this pandemic. So here is kind of a review for 2020. Okay, so the top 5 events that happened in 2020 were number 1, the Australian bushfires that started in 2019. Very devastating for homes, people, animals. It was definitely number 1. Number 2 was when Harry and Meghan quit the royal family. That was another event that's in the top 5 that happened in 2020. Number 3 is something that is ongoing, and we know stuff about it, but we're still we're trying to find, I guess, I don't even know how to say it. It's something we need to accept in our everyday lives now. It's definitely something that I never thought would happen in my lifetime. It's something that I can imagine that happened way back, similar when our grandparents were alive, when their parents were alive, and it's just to live in 2020 during this COVID-19 pandemic has been definitely a life changer for everybody. It's been tough on everybody, from major events being cancelled to what I talked about. If you were a new parent in 2020, you saw how very lonely it could be, as you could not let anyone come see your baby. You cannot show off your new baby. You cannot say in celebrations that you would have in a regular year in 2020, whether it was have weddings canceled, birthdays canceled, major milestone birthdays you couldn't have, to tell your son or daughter they can't have their birthday this year because of the pandemic, or you're going to have it virtually for them. Baby showers canceled, lots of things that went to virtual because of this COVID-19. Number 4, again, a very, very tragic for a lot of people, and that was the airplane crash, or the helicopter crash, the Kobe Bryant and his daughter's death, and as well as everyone that was in that lost their lives to their family members and Kobe's family and wife. It was just devastating for that news. Number 5 was, I guess, when Trump speaks about his impeachment trial. So that was number 5. So top 5 movies in 2020. We did not have a theater to go to. We did not go to theaters. We weren't able to watch movies like we usually do. Number 1 movie that I found that I've not heard of but I do want to watch is on Netflix. It's called Da 5 Bloods. That's a Netflix movie. Check it out on Netflix. I will put more about what the movie is about in my blog. I don't want to kind of talk and stuff like that. So if you're really interested, you want to know what the movie is about, you can head over to my blog and I will put kind of a short summary of each movie. Number 2 is on Apple TV, on Vudu TV, and on Fandogonow. Now. I've never heard of either one of those streams, but it's called The Invisible Man. Number 3 is on Amazon, another one that I want to watch that sounds really good. It's called The Vast of Night. Number 4, I started to watch. It's about 2 hours, I believe. I did not finish it, but I definitely want to finish this movie for sure. More, it's a musical, theoretical type musical on Disney Plus. Hamilton, I know it was really widely talked about, and a lot of people talked about it and watched it. I started to watch it, but I want to finish that. Then number 5 is The True History of Kelly Gain on Apple TV, Vudu, and Fandogonow. TV shows that were popular in 2020, I have not heard, or except for one of them, I have not heard or watched any of these. Number 1 is on HBO. It's a very dark TV show, one of those TV shows that you watch and you're like, okay, this is really disturbing. Like, that's what I read about this, at least. It's called I May Destroy You. It's on HBO. Number 2 is a historical drama on Hulu. It's called The Great. Number 3 is a vampire mockumentary. If you're like me and you like vampires and werewolves and stuff like that, and you like to read and watch movies and stuff on them, then this is a vampire mockumentary on FX called What Do We Do in the Shadows? So I'd like to try and find that and watch that TV show. Number 4 is on Amazon Prime, which I want to watch. It's apparently, they say it's like the spiritual, they say it's a spiritual cousin of the NBC TV show The Good Place. So this one is called Upload. Number 5 is on Netflix. It's an animated one. Again, I've never heard of this one, but it's called BoJackson Horseman. Top 5 Disney movies that I decided to put in my recommended Disney movie watch list. All of these are on Disney Plus. The first one I just watched a few days ago, the Pixar animated movie Soul. I recommend it. Disney put a lot of thought into this movie, and I just found this movie really, really good. It's a movie I would watch again and again. So definitely, if you have Disney Plus, watch the movie Soul. Number 2 is The Call of the Wild. Was another Disney movie that I really liked. That's one that you need to watch. Number 3 came out, I believe, in December. I think so. Called GODMOTHERED. And that's another good Disney movie. Number 4, I started to watch, but I need to finish it, called ARTEMIS FOWL. And number 5 is the action movie MULAN. Personally, I like the cartoon Mulan better. This version did not seem like it did not seem like a Disney movie. This version of Mulan, the live action Mulan, did not seem like a movie that Disney would have made. I want to talk about the top 5 TV shows that I like this year that I think are good TV shows to recommend. These are my top 5, the ones that I watched. So, number 1 is This Is Us. I watched it ever since it came out. I believe they're on season 5 now. Really good show. I could relate to This Is Us ever since day 1. So definitely, if you have not heard of This Is Us or have not watched it, I would recommend to watch This Is Us. Number 2 I would recommend is The Good Doctor. I got into The Good Doctor because of the Bates Motel. That is why I started to watch The Good Doctor, because of the Bates Motel. It has the same actor in there, Freddie Highmore, I believe. And I've loved The Good Doctor ever since. It came back this year, and I really like the new season. Number 3 is Mr. Iglesias. That one's on Netflix, and it's a really, really good TV show. I like TV shows with like Mr. Iglesias and Mr. Deeds, and TV shows that pretty much focus on classrooms and schools and teachers pretty much, because I'm a teacher and I just love to kind of watch how they make TV shows and relate to the TV shows. And they really, I find in all the TV shows, they really get down to what a teacher life is, pretty much the day in the life of a teacher. And that's why I really related to these TV shows, the teacher TV shows that focus on teachers, like Mr. Iglesias, and then Mr. Needs was another one that I haven't watched in a while, but I want to start to watch again. And last but not least, The Connors. So The Connors has been, I believe, season 3, something like that. If you have not watched The Connors, I recommend you watch that TV show as well. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I will put the link to my Instagram below so you can see it. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll add some of my other social media pages you can find me on. And I hope you guys have a great day today. I know it's not what we wanted it to be, but I hope you have a better start to 2021, and Happy New Year!